Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Scorpio. I'm the Can Astrologer, and this is your end of June 2025 reading, or it's meant for whenever you're seeing this. Welcome back to the channel for all of my returning subscribers. You guys know that I'm a super Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Uranus, Juno, and Vesta. So let's tap in. All right, Scorpio, what do we have? Just so you guys know, the song that I had on pre-shuffle, before I was getting the card, or while I was getting the cards together, I had two songs. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, so mote it be. Thank you, spirits. So the first song it's called Nicknames. It's featuring, it's Walk Off the Earth featuring Nash. And some of the lyrics, we used to give each other nicknames, but now we can't even be out in the same place. Can't we just pretend to be friends right now? You used to be my end game. And then it goes on to saying, like, can't we just pretend? And then the next song it's called Black Sheep by Matt Carney. I didn't listen to the song, but that's the title of it. So some of you could be the black sheep in a situation, in a group, in a family, in a company, something like that. But it's like somebody's saying, can we just pretend to be friends and make this work and be able to be in the same room? And for many of you, I'm feeling like it's a resounding nope. Like, no, I'm not letting you get away with that. I mean, this is Scorpio energy, is it not? Or like, no. Like, for a long time, a lot of the readings have been talking about some form of justice coming in. And I feel like for many of us, it's here. And, you know, we're like, why beat around the bush? Why be fake? Why just call it for what it is? You know, and if we're not the ones in the wrong for it, then what do we have to fear? Nothing. So, I know, we are a water sign. We are emotional, we have emotions and feelings. Most people think that, we're cold and heartless, and that's not us at all. But also, when you push a Scorpio far enough, that stinger comes out, and it doesn't go back. So, let's get that. 222. Ooh, I just saw 222 on the clock. Angel number 222. Look it up. Thank you, spirits. Okay. So underneath the deck, we have the green fairy. A cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh. So there's something that has been, keeping you held back, keeping you down, maybe stressed out, maybe, just stuck. I don't want to use the word stuck, but like really focused on one thing or another. And when the green fairy pops up, first off, this is like my cannabis card in this deck, right? But also it's like going out, having a laugh, seeing people, needing to get out, needing to put yourself out there. I feel like for many of you, Scorpio, you've been holed up in a closet, keeping yourself away from outer energies. We're very protective about our energy. So, but then we have shake it off. If you fall and others jeer, just shake it off and walk with cheer. You have something to hold your head high about. So it's like whatever this was, now is time to shake it off. Spirit is saying, brush your shoulders off. Shake it off. And walk with cheer. You're walking towards something good. Walk with cheer. So, and cheer, laughing, comedy, something like that. Okay, let's get the tea. What is this about? So this is the energy going into the reading. So this has already happened or is currently happening. It's the build up to what we're about to spill with the tarot, okay? What do we have for Scorpio and our beautiful Scorpio collective? Higher peace, power, protection, prosperity for the greater good, so mote it be. Scorpio. Okay, they all fell face down, so I'm just going to leave them that way. And then we've got broken wishbone, wish will not be granted underneath the deck. Now that could be for you, or that could have, well, it would have already happened. That's what we're talking about. It was like a wish that was not granted. something that was not done. That could be what you're trying to shake off. What else do we have for Scorpio, please? What else? Wow, okay. Underneath the deck, we've got Cup. You should accept valid criticism. So this was something that you should accept valid criticism for. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you heard that. That's my other cat. Okay, I'm just flipping these over now. He's the talker. He talks all the time. He's very smart. Okay. Underneath, you should accept valid criticism as position of authority. I kind of like that. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. The broken wishbone, that could have been a wish like having to do with anything. Doesn't have to be the same storyline. It could be something else in your life, like a relationship versus a career or whatever. Okay, so understand that too. These could be different timelines. Take everything as it resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you're interested in a personal reading where we dive down deep into like your actual storyline and energy, hit me up or book a reading. I have all of that information in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so the first card that fell out, and it's interesting because it comes up twice in this read. We've got dogs getting together with friends. So in the past, you could have gotten together with friends or talked about getting together with friends. Then it has arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So you're on the right path. And then speaking of paths, then we've got the archway, which literally is like a path with an archway. And it says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So you're on the right path to additional paths. What does that path point to and that arrow point to? A bag of money, something important such as a new job or a raise. So then we've got table, hard work ahead. You guys, I actually really love this energy, okay? Now this was all what was facing down, okay? Then we've got dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So you've got people near and you've got people far that are thinking of you, which is wonderful. I mean, we're Scorpio, of course. Everybody's thinking of us, right? And also, if you know your placements, drop your placements below. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, whatever your Scorpio placements are. Let me know where you're, chiming in from. Then we've got Vase, secret admirer. So there's a distant friend that's thinking of you, and they're a secret admirer. Now there's something that has to do with the month of January, okay? Now this would have been a January in the past. This would have been a January in the past. And you know what's really interesting? Libra also just got January. So you could have strong Libra placements. We are close to Libra on the wheel. But there could have been a situation with a Libra. And then we've got Lion, time to act. So this is something that you need to act on. Also Leo energy. Then we have Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Now that's like fire sign energy. Like we've got the Lion, which is Leo. Then we've got the Torch. It's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with somebody with that kind of energy. Then we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So when I say stranger, with this card, I feel like you may have like met them online or through social media, but you've never met in person. And this will be a handshake where it's like in person. Or it could be a completely, new person, stranger. And then we have April. So again, January and April. It could have something to do with April. No, but the April was tax season, taxes. Somebody could be born in April. Could be somebody's birthday. Can also be somebody's name. Or there could just be some significance around that month. And that's where we leave off. Okay, so we're going to get into the tarot with Scorpio. So strange. Okay, I'm doing these readings a little different. I'm pulling 3 main cards for the main theme for this end of month reading, or meant for whenever you're seeing this. And then I pull 3 cards for each card to really dive down deeper into what that situation is. It's awesome. I really enjoy this style, so I'm gonna probably start doing it more. So, yeah. I feel like there's something that just like, that wish will not be granted, that broken wishbone, that you could have like thought that somebody was your end game, like a relationship, a business, a partner, or something like that. And now it's like that wish will not be granted. That's what I'm getting off of that. You could have had nicknames for each other, like, you know, Ace or something, whatever, you know. So it could be dealing with an Aries. Underneath the deck, we've got the 3 of Wands, fire energy. This is about expansion of ideas, groups, and growth. But it's more about finding your inspiration to take action. And we already had time to act. So you have to act on something. Spirit's saying act on whatever this is, right? It's about preparation, planning, expansion, established force, nobility, success, openness, and honesty. Okay, let's get 3 main theme cards for Scorpio. I'm hearing trust and I'm hearing believe. Wow. Okay, you're getting 4 cards. Wow. Wow. Underneath the deck, we have Judgment. So there's some kind of a judgment. This could be legal. This could be law. This could be like spiritual judgment. Fire, Pluto energy. Pluto is ruled by Mars. Or Mars is ruled by Pluto. I forget, whatever. It's Scorpio energy. Wowzers. Okay, so we start out with the 2 of Cups. In the past, there was some kind of a relationship. Could have been with a Cancer energy, literally Cancer on the card. But it's water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Could be you, could be anybody. Open your heart and receive love from others. Could have been a romantic relationship, but also can be like something that you love, work, career, that kind of stuff, right? Something that you really enjoyed. It was about harmony, mirth, equality, connection, partnership. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is something that was about growth and building. Taurus energy. It's about control, mastery, investigation, and responsibility. Looking back on what you've achieved and setting new goals. This is somebody who works really hard. Is looking back on all the hard work that they put in, watching it grow. It's about planning, progress, perseverance, remembering. Like it's about reflection. Seven of Pentacles, but also reflection, but then growth, moving forward. Now, what it's telling me, because then we've got the 5 of Wands, which is more Leo energy, but this is the energy of the unexpected, conflict, movement, and change. It's a 5 card. 5s are about change of direction. And this is about fighting and competition. Learning to take life as it comes, both positive and negative, but it's the energy of arguments, inner or outer conflict, struggle, boldness, tension, rivalry, and competition. So what I'm seeing here is there was some kind of partnership in the past in which you were building something, Scorpio, and then there was some kind of fighting or competition around you. Whether you are aware of it or not, that's what was going on. And or it could be going on now. There could still be some rivalry and competition around you. But then we have more Taurus energy coming in with the 6 of Pentacles, and this is all about balance. Sharing your success builds more success, giving, receiving, fairness, justice. So justice is coming in, and when that is right next to the Judgment card, I mean, these are the scales right here, okay? That's like somebody's making, oh wow, and behind the Judgment card is the Ten of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the Ten of Cups with the Page of Cups behind that. There could be a younger water sign. Something having to do with the King of Wands and the Sun. Some kind of happiness coming in. Somebody could have a young child. Or a younger... Sorry, my eye hurts. Younger water energy. But yeah, the Ten of Cups. That's like happy home, happy life. This is what somebody's really been striving for. And it's all balancing out after some kind of judgment is made. Now that could be an actual judge. This could also be just, you know, somebody's judgment. Okay, so we're going to clarify. Yours might go a little bit longer because we have 4 cards here. And I'm going to clarify all of them. I just heard yeah. Okay. What do we have? Scorpio. Underneath the deck, we've got the Page of Wands. So this is like the start of a new beginning. Somebody's excited about starting new, about a new cycle, about something that they're passionate about. Could be something that you've never done before, but it's like you don't care. You know, like you're ready to move on. It's the beginning of something. This also could be a younger fire sign energy. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So, what's the Two of Cups? What was the Two of Cups? So we have the Two of Pentacles. It wanted to fall in reverse. It fell on its side. So that's work-life balance, making a decision between two things, having to do with money, finances. For a star-like energy, also Aquarius energy. But this is, I feel like this is more the energy. Hope, healing. Somebody was looking at a situation, trying to weigh out whether this was going to be healing. Also, somebody was trying to decide, this is like, it's like star energy, like celebrity energy, spotlight energy. Somebody could have been in the spotlight for something. Yeah, and having to do with an offer, a job, a project, something that had the potential for really good success. Because when aces are gifts from the universe, and pentacles is all about money, success, material things. This is somebody who had to make a decision on a partnership, made a decision on a partnership, and they chose this project, right? Then there was growth and building. What's that about? Seven of Pentacles for Scorpio. It was somebody's wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Straight up. It was somebody's wish fulfillment. What else? Okay, next 2 cards fell out. Wow, it was also somebody's 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, 10 of Cups. It really was. This was a dream job. Dream. Now, for some of you, because we're talking about present tense right now. Like I was saying in the past, but like this could be coming in right now as well. Somebody could be getting their wish fulfillment because of all of their hard work in the past, because of a decision that they made in the past with a partnership. And then we've got the 6 of Swords moving forward. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. But it's funny because this is the energy of moving on from choppy waters, miscommunication, you know, rough times. It could be legality, law, like things that have to do with any kind of communication. It can be deception, stuff like that too. But they're moving towards calmer waters. That's this energy. So somebody was like moving in the right direction, on the right path with this energy. Now, what is this 5 of Wands? What is the 5 of Wands? Okay, 6 of Cups. I'm hearing keep it present. So this is happening now, you guys. What is the 6 of Cups? Or I'm sorry, what is the 5 of Wands with the 6 of Cups? 5 of Wands with the 6 of Cups. Page of Swords, somebody's watching, spying. Younger energy. Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Ace of Swords. Somebody's coming in with the truth and justice. Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about this for a second. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, this could be the other woman, but also Scorpio. This could be you, your energy. This is somebody very magical, very passionate. You could be like a single, independent female, or this could just be your feminine energy if you're a masculine. Some of you could have a black cat. Some of you could be a single mom. She's very independent. She doesn't need a man. If she has one, that's great. But she's very independent on her own. Very passionate about what she does. So that's kind of who we're talking about right now. So the Five of Wands. It's like this energy of arguments and competition. This is from people from the past, or it could be very childlike behavior. Like real petty type of energy. Petty competition. People that have known each other for a real long time fighting amongst each other. So this could be brothers, sisters within a family, or this could be people that have worked together for a real long time, or this could just be really immature people, right? And I say people because there's more than 5. Then we have Page of Swords, and they're spying. This is spy-like energy, somebody looking for information. It's also younger energy. You could be dealing with the younger air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, looking for information, researching, looking up things. Now, here's the thing. The Page of Swords doesn't necessarily have to be immature, right? It's more innocent. But they are researching 1001. You might want to look up 1001 on the clock, or angel number 1001. This is somebody researching, looking up information, trying to find the truth in order to seek justice. Because that's what this is. It's big ideas. It's bold ideas. And it's finding truth and justice. Because, again, legal, law. This could be somebody fighting for the truth from the past. Like they're fighting. It could create arguments. Absolutely. But it's all because they're uncovering truth from the past. Having to do with some offer that was made to an innocent person. Also could have something to do with a house or a home, because there's a big house like right behind this person. So then we're talking about balancing out the scales, balancing with money. And this is what's coming in, or what Spirit says is going to be coming in. So let's get that. What's the Six of Pentacles for Scorpio? Six of Pentacles for Scorpio. Okay, that's 3. So there's a Knight of Wands. We could have a Knight of Wands coming in. You could be a Knight of Wands energy. In this case, this is somebody taking action on something. And I feel like this could be somebody having to do with business. Yeah. Yep. So, interesting. So, okay. I really do think that this has to do with the court of law. And it's interesting because, in justice and the justice system, it's always the scales, which we've already seen scales, but you always see like pictures of lions, like the courage. And we've got this lion, time to act. And then there was something else that was like time to act, or it's time to act now. And then we've got the strength card that's popping up too, more time to act. So the first card that flew out was Queen of Swords. There's going to be some kind of a judgment, a legal decision made by like a lawyer or a judge. That's when the Queen of Swords comes out. This is somebody who's not playing games. Her sword is up. She's making a direction, a motion for the future. Literally, it's looking right at the Judgment card. She's like, Judge, this needs to happen. And that's got some people in their heads. They're freaking out. It could be up to 8 people. 8 of Swords, 8 people. Now, this also could be potential jail. You know, people could be looking at jail time. But Spirit is saying, like, for you, yourself, Scorpio, here's the Strength card. While it's a time to act, Spirit is also saying, stay strong. Roses could be significant. Actually, roses were a main theme in my predictions video that we covered in the last Scorpio June full moon reading. So go back and watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. Roses are one of the main themes. So you could have already acted, or Spirit saying to act on something. It could have to do with a court of law. Or it's just something that you need to stick up for, or you need to like make like clear boundaries with this Queen of Swords energy. And you could be the Queen of Swords. I was saying at the beginning of this reading, like, we are very kind, we're very passionate, very loving water sign energy, but man, you cross us and we change like that. We go from loving and caring to do not fuck with us. And we don't go back. That nicknames, it's like somebody wants to pretend to be friends. No, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. So Spirit is saying, hold strong. It may give you a little bit of anxiety, but you need to be strong, because there's a judgment coming in, and this judgment, wow. All I gotta say is wow. Yep. There's gonna be an ending. Yep. And a victory. You guys. I can't even make it up because there's the 6 of Pentacles again. Takes it right back to balance. So, buckle your seatbelts. There it is. Buckle your seatbelts. Things could get a little bumpy, but you've got great energy. You've got justice coming in. That's what it looks like to me. So let's get the fairy tale oracle. This has been really interesting. It gets a little dark, a little deep, a little spicy, if you will. We are going to go over 30 minutes because we had extra cards in your spread. I'm not mad about it, are you, Scorpio? I'm not mad. This also, that April could have something to do with like taxes, something that was held back from taxes. I don't know. Ooh, who just got this? That might have been a personal reading. So underneath the deck, we've got number 34, the Juniper Tree. This is about deception. Okay. This is, okay, so the main themes, I even took a picture of this. Where's my phone? I took a picture of what like the bottom, or what the meanings, the definition of the card actually means. So, do not be impulsive. Compassion is rewarded. False blame, cunning to shift blame. Magic reveals the truth. A return to life after cruelty. So somebody could have treated you really cruel, Scorpio. And this is like going to be returning to life after the fact. Love and tenderness save us all. The magical power of trees and nature. So you could get out into nature, you know, go hug a tree, right? Ground yourself. The innocence of children reclaimed, and resurrection and a second chance at life. Somebody's getting a second chance. Okay. I also, there's one additional meaning. Hold on, I have to figure out what it is. Oh, also means do not act out of anger or resentment. Okay. You may have the opportunity to act out of anger or resentment, but you know, Spirit is saying take a grounded approach. Take a grounded approach to this and do what's fair, do what's just, right? Top of the deck, the Goose Girl, theft, because somebody stole something from you. You were stolen from. I've been seeing it and feeling it. And I mean, I know the storyline myself, being a super, I call myself Super Scorpio just because of all of my placements, but boy, if this storyline does not ring true. So the Goose Girl, number 15, theft. The 15th could be significant. The 15th, that was a Sunday. But also 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 is about balance. 6 is about victory. 6 is about, your inner child and, healing your inner child. It's also about smoother communication, moving from, like I was showing you, like choppy waters to calmer waters. So you're going towards, I feel like you're moving towards a much more peaceful type of environment after you've had some deception and theft happen. Look, you guys, I can't make this up. Like, look. Deception, theft. Behind that is obsession. Someone was obsessed with you. And there was a certain amount of deception because of it. So let's read what the Goose Girl is. Number 15. Okay. Oh my goodness. There could be identity theft is what I'm getting. Somebody could be in real big trouble. Okay, when the hour for departure drew near, the old queen went to her bedroom, and taking a small knife, she cut her fingers until they bled. Then she held a white handkerchief beneath them and let 3 drops of blood fall upon it. She gave it to her daughter and said, "Dear child, take great care of this token of my love, for it may be great use to you upon your journey." The young princess sets out on a long journey to marry a prince. Her mother, a widowed queen, gives her only daughter a protective charm, 3 drops of her own royal blood upon a snow-white handkerchief and a golden goblet from which to drink. The princess will take this journey upon her beloved horse, the wondrous Falada, who has extraordinary talent. He can talk. She is to be accompanied by her maidservant, and so the 2 women, one royal, one servant, set out upon the journey to destiny. After hours of travel, the castle is far behind them. Thirsty, the princess asks the servant to fetch her water in the golden cup, but the maidservant tells her shortly to get it for herself. She will not give the princess the golden goblet, so the queen's daughter cups her hands in the flowing water of the river and drinks. While leaning over, the 3 drops of blood somehow speak, sighing that if her mother knew how she was being treated, her heart would be broken. A second time, the princess stops, asks for water. Again, the servant refuses. The princess, shocked, drinks again from the stream, and again her mother's charm sighs, speaking of how wrong this treatment is, and to be aware, right? The princess is so shocked at the warning, she fumbles forward into the stream, and the handkerchief with her mother's blood and her magical protection is lost. With the golden goblet in the keeping of the maid, the blessing of the mother lost, the maid makes her move and demands the princess strip and swap clothes with her. She explains that she is going to be the princess. She will marry her intended, and if the princess speaks a word, the maid will kill her. She forces her to swear on oath of silence and that she will never speak to another person of this crime. The princess, disabled by her own gentleness and sheltered life, obeys and agrees, and so begins her life as a servant, and ultimately the goose girl in the kingdom was once meant to rule over. This story seems a simple one of true identity and injustice. It also seems to be about, at its heart, overcoming intimidation and restoration. But this tale is also deeply magical. The charm given to the princess is one of the most potent of fairy tale symbols. The river is the place where her true self is lost, and from that point forward she is no longer able to speak her truth to a single person. The loss of protection of her mother is the catalyst for change within this tale. When we lose who we are, our ancestral link, our stories, our connection to place and land, and to blood, we are lost, and our identity can be taken, and we can be bullied and intimidated into giving up our power, even our true selves. So this goes on for like ever, right? Anyway, she takes it to the king. The king, now aware of the deception, asks the false princess what she would do should someone steal a true princess's identity. Clarification. Slaughter a magical beast, steal a mother's charm, and deceive a prince and a king. The false princess declares that she would send this person rolling down a steep hill, trapped within a barrel studded with the sharpest of nails. The king declares this to be her fate, frees the goose girl, and restores her to her royal status. So the original person who was originally supposed to have, been royal the entire time. the one who was supposed to have received all of the blessings in the first place, not the person, the servant, who did whatever they could to manipulate the situation. So it may seem to be a tale about a bitter servant and a weak princess, but at its heart, it's about protective magic and magical beasts, also appearances and truth, and about identity and generational truths. Basically, this is talking about don't F with a royal blood, a chosen one. Don't mess with those who walk with protection. You never know how highly divinely protected a person is unless you F with them. Then you'll find out. Fuck around and find out. That's the best way. So it keeps going. But the main meanings behind this, because we're already at 35 minutes, but also, Scorpio, I love you and I don't care. So identity theft, I said it earlier. There could be identity theft involved in this. Authenticity questioned. Blood magic. Somebody could have been trying to use blood magic, smearing blood on walls, putting blood in food, like disgusting, like stuff like that. Justice, intimidation, wisdom. There will be those who envy you and try to take what is yours. Know that you have your own ancestral guides and strong family ties. Believe that justice will be done and the truth will be revealed. Believe it. Know it. Know that who you are cannot be copied. You are protected and cared for, and your status is not why that you are. I can't even talk. Your status is not why you are loved. It's the magic within. It's that passion within. It was that Queen of Wands energy. That flame within. That's why people love you, Scorpio. We are the fire signs of the water signs. That's what we're about. Man. Justice is coming. I've been saying it. And we may, in order to get the justice that we deserve, there may be other things that we have to give up, like a relationship, or, you might have to move, or, whatever it may be. But shake it off and walk with cheer, because what you're walking towards is even greater. Yeah, you could have somebody taking action, coming in towards you for a new start, new beginning. This could be like a King of Pentacles energy, or somebody that helps you towards your King of Pentacles. This is somebody, Knight of Wands energy is typically, it could be a one-night stand, okay? This could be somebody that wants to get some action from you, or this could be somebody for work that wants to help you. Okay, underneath the deck, we've got number 2, abundance. I love that for us. So, Goddess of Abundance, Divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Justice, baby. Okay, Cornucopia. Everything that you've worked hard for is coming back to you tenfold. If you lost something due to theft, due to deception, it's coming back. Okay? Top of the deck, number 19, Inspiration. Isis, Goddess of Magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Okay, some of you need to call upon Goddess Isis. Okay, she's very magical. I believe she's the Goddess of Magic. Okay? And also, so the 19th could be specific and important. But also 1 plus 9 is 10. 10s are endings. But they're also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So this is the end of something. It's the end of a cycle. And I mean, it's the end of it. It's I wouldn't even say cycle. I would say this is the end of a chapter. Okay? You're not going to cycle into anything else. But what you begin is a whole new chapter. And I love this so much for us. So inspiration. Do what inspires you. Find what inspires you. I feel like for many of you, you're going to be leveling up in some kind of a role in which you're going to be able to inspire others. Maybe others that have gone through situations like this yourself. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. If you resonate with this at any parts, make sure that you drop a like, smash that subscribe button. I love you lots and really appreciate you. Also, if you feel the need, drop a donation or karma point, karma tips to help the channel grow. But if you're interested in a personal reading, all of that information is in the description below this video as well. And as you know, it's together we grow. Make sure you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs for additional messages. But that's where I'm going to leave it at, and I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.